Hello guys, wait a minute. The window is locked right now and I am here. Okay, I don't need this anymore. Now let's back to work. Now today I am going to talk about again the Olympus OM-1. Okay guys, not the Olympus, because they sold their camera unit to some Japanese company and right now they are calling it the OM Digital, and they just released the first camera after the selling process was done a year ago or 36 months ago. So this first camera called the OM Digital OM Mark 1, which have a price tag of $2,199 for the body only. They also released a new Pro lens, 12 to 40mm I think f2.8 Pro lens, which will be 24 to 80mm in full frame 35 equivalent, which is quite great. Now I have a problem. I already created 3 to 4 videos I think regarding versus this camera versus the OM-1, and every single place I find that there is no reason to buy the OM-1, and again I find one camera, two camera. In this one I will talk about one, and in the later one I will talk about the later one. So in this particular video I will talk about the Sony a6600 versus the OM-1. Now they are both in a different place. The Sony has a price point of $1,400 roughly, that is $1,398 I think on the B&H photography website, and the OM-1 is standing at $2,199. So you can say that they are so much apart from each other on the price level, so there will be something which will be apart on part of specification, but there is nothing like that. Both the camera have IBIS, both the camera have weather sealing, magnesium alloy body. I think Sony a6600 has a shorter body while the OM-1 has a bulkier body like DSLR, but it should not, because we thought that, or it is the conventional way that the mirrorless one, especially the micro four third systems one, should be more portable, lightweight than APS-C cameras or the full frame cameras, but it is something reverse. So you will see it. And other than that, the Sony can shoot 4K up to 30p, the Olympus can shoot 4K up to 60p, the Sony can shoot 1080p up to 60p, Olympus can shoot 1080p up to 120 fps. Sony can shoot roughly 11 to 12 fps, and Olympus can shoot 10 fps on the mechanical shutter, but on the electronical shutter, Sony is the same as 11 to 12 fps, but on electronical shutter, Olympus can shoot up to 120 fps blackout speed, just like the Nikon, but there will be no autofocus. Selected autofocus, previous selected autofocus if you are choosing the 120 fps, but if you choose the 50 fps version, then there will be continuous autofocus. But that is a part of electronical shutter, so it is something like that. Someone can be benefited by that, but I think that there is no single photographers or videographers on sports and wildlife segment who use the Olympus OM-1 as their primary camera. I just don't think it. Yes, there is no one, and I can give you some guarantee that there will be no one in further future. So why Olympus created this? I don't know. I just don't know. So these are the basic things between these two cameras. So right now, tell me one thing, that is this the reason that you just choose to give extra $700 to $800 to a camera, then does not mean does not have any new thing on the market and has a pretty huge price point. I don't think that anyone should buy the Olympus OM-1, and sorry again, OM Digital OM-1, and I keep saying this for the past 1 to 2 weeks, and there are some negative reviews from the Olympus lovers, and I appreciate that. Okay, you can give some negative review, but this is the real truth that I am saying these particular things. And just think on a different perspective that you don't love any company, you don't own any camera, just have $1,500 to $2,000. Then if you have only these two cameras, then why to choose the Olympus? Because it has the micro four third system, so photography wise it is not as great as APS-C or full frame. The lens selection is pretty much narrow than the APS-C cameras, especially on the Sony camera. So why someone would choose the Olympus OM-1 instead of the Sony a6600? I don't think that anyone should choose. So that's basically all I have to say here in this video, and again I want to know your personal opinion about this, that what will you choose if you have the option to buy any one camera between these two particular cameras. So just let me know in the comment section below. Bye guys, see you in the next video. Bye.